Hello and welcome back to today's video. And in today's video we are going to be looking at aggregations in SQL. Alright, so when we talk about aggregation in SQL, what are we simply talking about? Now all we are looking at is the sum function, the average, minimum, maximum, and then the count function. These are the five main aggregation types that you can use in SQL. Alright, now before I continue, if you are not aware, we began our SQL series for data analytics right on this channel. I already have Power BI series and you can check that out right after this video. Alright, and so without much ado, let's delve right into it. And so aggregations are simply things that help you to find or that help you to sum figures, alright, sum columns, find average of columns, maximum, do this kind of aggregations. Alright, so that is what aggregations are simply about, okay, in SQL. Alright, it's simply talking about adding items together, right? Finding total items, finding the average items, counting the total rows. So these are aggregations, all right? And like I've already established or stated that there are five main aggregation functions that you will be privy to or most likely use in SQL, all right? And these are the sum, the average, all right, the maximum, which is max, the minimum, all right, minimum, and then the count. All right, so these are the five main aggregation functions that you'll be using in SQL. But how do you use this? All right, it's one thing to know them and it's another thing to know how to use them. All right, and so how do you use the sum functions? And so an example is, let's say this is the total borrowed amount. So manager wants to find out what is the total borrowed amount for the entire period or for this entire records. All right, and so in this particular case, you need to sum up this entire column, all right, to find out the total borrowed amount in this particular database. Likewise, if your manager doesn't want to find the average amount in this particular column, which is the total borrowed amount, what we can use is the average function, all right. But in cases where your manager wants to find out, all right, so this, maybe you have a column with salaries, all right, your manager wants to find out, okay, so which employee receives the highest salary, all right, or which employee receives the lowest salary, okay. And so in this regard, use what we call the max and then the min to find which employees receive the maximum and the minimum salaries. Likewise, if you want to know the total the total number of rows in this particular data set, or you want to show it, you can use what we call the count function, all right, in SQL, all right. And so let's delve right into and see how to practically use this in our day-to-day settings, all right. So I'm going to say, so select, all right, all from, all right, excuse me, select this from, oh, sorry, select all, excuse me, from this particular data set, which is mark 10. All right, so this is the data set. All right, this is a data set. So we want to find out the total borrowed amount, the sum of the total borrowed amount. All right, and so how do you write that? So I'm just going to say select the sum, all right, and then you're going to open this and put in the column name borrowed amount, and then close this. Now you can use an alias, all right, and so this, I want to call this total borrowed amount calculation, all right, and so total borrowed amount, all right, calculation. Okay, total borrowed amount calculation. Now if you don't know what aliases are, we probably looked at aliases in previous videos, so you can check that out. All right, and so go to say total borrowed amount calculation from marketing, and then the query is select the sum of it, and so it's going to sum up that entire column and then going to return the value to be this. So this is going to be the total borrowed amount. All right, we add up every single total borrowed amount in that particular column. Okay, this is going to be the total borrowed amount for it all. All right, so this is how you can use it. Now let's go back to the select statement, marketing. All right, let's go back to the select statement and let's see. All right, so if you sum up every single item in this particular column, that is the total that we just looked at. All right, But there are instances where you don't want to find the total, you just want to find the average. So how can you do that? Again, you can just select AVG. So this is average, all right, for total borrowed amount. All right. So let's say we don't want to find the total sum, all right, of the total borrowed amount, but we just want to find the average of that particular column. So what is the average, okay, for this particular column, the average total amount for this particular column? Now what you can again do is that you can just say select the average, which is this, the total borrowed amount, all right, from marketing, all right. So this, and then when we execute this is going to give us, this is the average total amount, all right. So this is the average total borrowed amount in that particular, or in this particular data set that we have right here. Okay, so this is how to use the sum and the average. But what we want to find out the highest amount over here, the highest, all right. So what I look at this entire data and I want to find out which total borrowed amount, or which individual has the highest total borrowed amount, all right. Which individual has the highest total borrowed amount, all right. So I can just say select max, all right. Select max, which stands for maximum total borrowed amount, all right, from marketing. Okay, and now if I do this, so this is the highest total borrowed amount. This is the highest total borrowed amount in that particular data set based on this max that we are. So this is telling us that in this particular data set, the highest total borrowed amount is actually 1,498,901. All right. Likewise, if we want to find the minimum amount in the total borrowed amount column, what we can do is we can use the min, all right. Now I can just copy this or highlight this and execute, and the lowest, all right, the lowest total borrowed amount in that particular data set is 46. Now I'll come back to something, so let's just kindly pay attention. All right, it's 46. Okay, now how do you use a count? Now the count, we can just, maybe you just want to know the total count of this particular data set, all right, just a total. So now we can see right there that the total rows is 2000 rows, but we can confirm as well and see if that is true. So I'm going to say select count and then customer ID. With a count, whenever you are using count or distinct count, there should be a primary column, all right, a unique column that you are basing your count on, all right. You can't just use a count on anything. There should be a unique column that you are counting, or a new column that you are actually counting. And so in this particular case, we use a customer ID, all right, and then from marketing, all right. So now I have this, and if I select this, I highlight, sorry, the execute, showing that indeed there are 2000 rows. So that's what we saw right over there, all right. So there are 2000 rows in this particular data set, which is correct, which is true, all right. All right, now I've written all of this, but this does not really make any sense, all right. So let's make this make sense, okay. All right, how can we make this make sense? So now this is just showing select sum total borrowed amount, so we can, this makes sense to some extent, all right. But let's say you just don't want this, you want to add it to something, you want the sum total borrowed amount for maybe state column, all right. You want for the state column, all right. So how are we going to use this, or how is this going to be useful, all right. So in this case, when we say select state, all right, sum of, and then group by state, okay, group by state. When we highlighted, execute this, so now it's telling us that in Kano, all right, in Kano alone, the total borrowed amount was this, or is this. In Lagos is this, in Port Harcourt is this, in Ibadan is this, and in this Abuja is this, all right. So this is how you can combine the aggregate functions with, you know, the select and from and group by statement, all right. You can also use that with the having clause, all right, order by clause, all right. We can do all of that. We'll do a project and I'll show you how to do all of that, all right. But just to understand, this is how you can use the aggregate function in a real life setting, all right. You want to find out the total borrowed amount, maybe for particular column, all right, or particular group of people, what have you, in your particular data set. This is how the query is supposed to be rated. Now in view of this, we can also come right down here and say that, okay, now we don't want the sum of it, we also want just the average. All right, but for the state column as well. Okay, and so again, you can easily just come here and say group by state. All right, and if we highlight and execute this is going to also give us a value. All right, this will give us value. But let's say when we come here, we want to find out the let's say we want to find out few information regarding whose total borrowed amount is really high. All right, so I'm going to say select customer ID, so the customer who is having the highest total borrowed amount. All right, select customer ID. Now if you have name, first name, last name, you can just do that as well. All right, so group by customer ID. All right, and so we have this. Okay, so marketing, select customer ID. Let's be sure. Max total borrowed amount. Okay, all right, kill this. Oh, sorry. All right, so this. All right, if we execute now, select customer ID. Good. So we say select customer ID, max total borrowed amount from marketing, group by customer ID. Now this is going to return all of this because we are looking at the max. And so if you are looking at the max, then we are going to have to just use the order by clause. All right, and so we are going to say order by max total borrowed amount. Right, and then we want the max, so descending that from the highest to the lowest. All right, and then yeah, so this is going to show us from the highest to the lowest. Now there's another function that will just highlight just the top max row, which is what we call the top n. Okay, top n, bottom n. We'll look at that in previous videos, but this is how you can use a max. All right, to find out which to actually order by and sort them according to highest total borrowed amount. All right, now likewise you can do the same for the min. The only difference is that alright, you can do the same for men. Alright, so let's see. Alright, oh sorry. So this A is C. Alright, okay, alright, and then this is working. So this is going to give you everything from the lowest all the way to the highest.